Good afternoon. 22nd, I think. 22nd of October, 2020 AD, Anno Domini. What a time period we're in. We've got the ghosts of the past echoing around this world nowadays, haven't we? I've just been put a radiator in. I said to the woman, I said, we are in a communistic state. She said, I kind of agree with you. Interesting times. I've been titled this one today called The Law, and what the law is, what the law should be. And now we're going to get into that. Nice to see you all. Just waiting for a few of your comments to pop in. We've got 11 in the room. Kushti, nice to see you. How are we all doing today? Sort my collars out, Dave. Made myself look a bit respectable. Come on. That's better. That's much better, isn't it? How are we all doing? Jackie Jones. What, Jackie Jones? How are you? You having a nice day? Oh, itchy nose. What's that mean? Coming into money. We've now got a situation where up to £10,000 fine. Is that right? Is that a law that you'd pass? Did you pass that law? Who passed that law? Fiona Puller, David and Rumiz, hope you're all well in these insane times. Like it's proper insane out there, Fiona. Yeah, there is. We've got all these names, haven't we, for these people out there that don't care. We've got them, they called Karens. People are calling them sheep. There's people calling them muggles. I just call them people that have not been educated into the finer things in life and how life really works. What is this life? Where do we come from? What we should be doing whilst we're here? Look, if they passed a law today that said they was going to kill all babies that were born in the maternity suites without blonde hair and blue eyes, would that sit comfortable with you? Would you find that just? Would you think, oh, well, that's all right, government have just... And that's the excuse that we've had over the years. Oh, government said it's all government, mate. Government says it's what they're doing. No one bats an eye. So there's 650 years in the great nation, England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales. Hang on, we just had a little disconnect here. Let's see if we come back on. That's it. We had a little freeze up there for a second. Not sure why. I'm not highly educated, but common sense should prevail. Absolutely. How can people not see this tyranny? That's a good question. How can they not see it? I really don't know. Ray Edmonds, I stand not say your face with Jeremy Denton. Welcome to my events. Neo Scotia. New one here. Hey, it's nice to see you. Nice to see you. Where are you from, Neo? Neo Scota? Neo Scota. Where you from, bruv? Lady? Mel? Who are you? Who are you? Loving the profile picture. What is it? Like a lion or something? Doing something around it? Is it a rose? I can't see it properly. It's a bit too small. Ray Edmonds, he's got his English Democrat thing out. I've said to the English Democrats, they want me to stand for Police and Crime Commissioner for Kent. Borders of Cumbria and I'm a lash. Well, thanks for tuning in, Princess. It's beautiful to see you. Consider subscribing and press the bell button for further notifications. Then when we go live, you'll go, woo, which you woos live. So look, 650 MPs up and down around doing what they do. I don't think that includes Wales. I think that's just the MPs that go up and down this country, right? And they have this thing called surgeries. And I always thought it was somewhere where you went to had your toe off, vasectomies or something. These MPs have got surgeries. What are they doing? Dentistry? What's going on? I'll never forget going to Anne Widdecombe's surgery years ago. She said to me, she said, you're a bit voicey, David. She said, would you come and stand for the Conservative? Thinking I can't do politics, Anne. I said, but I'm being violated. They don't care. They don't care. It's all a swindle. You can't harm the government. You can't harm the state. It's got to be protected at all costs. Don't matter if the people are dying and the people are going without. That don't matter. No, it's all about government and protecting that thing, which is quite sick, really. But there you go. So you've got the law. People call it the law. Oh, it's the law. You got to wear these face masks. There you go. It's the law. Says who? Says who? Now, how this should work, laws, the law of the land, laws should take a hell of a long time to come in. They shouldn't be spoken about one day and then the next day voted in and it becomes, yeah, everyone's got to do this now. They've all got to get their bells with pink whistles and go streaking off down the road naked. That's the law. Now, what should happen with the law is this. 650 MPs should have to, because don't forget, they swear an oath to the representations of the people. They must represent the people, right? And they're all bound by oath. You might want to get your MP's oaths off of them. Write to your MP, say, I need a copy of your oath. Can you email it over to me? Once you've got their oath, boom. They violate that oath. That's it. They've violated their oath. They're violating their oaths all the time. Their oaths mean nothing. Their oaths are like pieces of toast. They just consume. They're a waste of time. They're not worth swearing. Even judges' oaths not worth swearing them. They don't keep them. They don't keep. Are you on your oath today? Yes. Well, why are you violating me then? Because we can. Oh, fantastic. Because you can. Wonderful. It's a beautiful country I'm living in. So, the point is this. 650 MPs should get in there one day and they should be like, well, I'll propose a new law. And all the 650 MPs, they'll pay attention, they'll tune in. They go, all right, okay, Kushti, what's this new law? Well, we want, because of all the traffic stuff, we want everyone to go down to 10 mile an hour all across the country. No more than 10 mile an hour. All bumpers must be made out of rubber. The kids have to wear body armour. And the Green Cross Code man's got to have a shotgun so he can shoot oncoming cars and stop them dead. Sweet. Righto. Okay. So then what them 650 MPs should have to do is they should have to go back to their surgeries and their constituencies, and they should have to let you lot, the sovereign people of this nation, know that this is their proposals. And you should have a local vote on whether you agree with it or you don't. And then the community at large, if they take an active in, because listen, half the country don't vote no more. Don't know if you know that. Half the people of this country do not participate. I being one, because I know it's fucked. I know it's fixed. I know if people can't see it to be a tyranny, that's denial. But that's their choice. Free will. You got to love it. So then they go out to their constituencies. And they send it out in the post, because don't forget they're public servants. They get paid for everything. They can just put their hand in the public purse, whatever that thing is. I don't know what it is, what sort of a purse. I know my missus has got a purse. If I try and put my hand in it, it snaps my hand off. Not as I want to. Never, ever go into a lady's handbag, gentlemen. My mum always said to me, you make sure you stay out of a lady's handbag. You never know what you might find in there. Rattlesnakes, guns, all sorts in a lady's handbag. And even these small ones, they've got so much in them. They're like a TARDIS, ladies' handbags. They might have a little one like this, and mate, the stuff they pull out of it, I'm like, how'd you get that in there? I don't know how they do it, girls. I really don't. It's an amazing thing. You see a lady with an handbag, boss, little slimline handbag, she opens it out, boss, the stuff they pull out of it, I'm like, how did they get in there? Anyway, so you should all have to vote on it, whether you agree with what these MPs are doing and that. So, and then whatever the thing comes back, of the majority of the people in that area say, no, we don't agree. That's just nonsense. No way. And then them MPs should have to take an unbiased calculation of everyone in that community that's gone yes or no. Now, this should take a period of a long time. This should not be a matter of a week. This should not be a matter of 2 weeks. This should be a matter of absolutely ages. Winston Churchill, whether he's a good man or a bad man, personally, I think he was a Zionist, and I think he started the war because he knew that Germany was kicking the Zionistic banking system in the bits. Personally, I think that's a story that you might want to go and look into and research a bit of that. But he said if there's over 1,000 statutes, you destroy all respect of the law. Look, we got books and books and books. The European Union, they've got so. You can't keep up with it. You've got no chance. You're just dodging the bullet. And when they nick you, oh, you broke this code, that code, this, that. And they're rules. Acts of Parliament are statutes. They're rules. They're not law. If they were law, they'd say they're law. They come with the consent of the governed. You have to consent. You have to sign. And the consent of the governed comes through your signature, through your driving licenses, through your logbooks. Yeah, you do all this stuff because we don't know who we are. We give up our property rights. No one owns any property. That's true. This is true. So the point is this. Laws should take absolutely forever to be passed, and they should be good law. And it should be the people. Instead of putting a cross in a box, where's your voice with a cross? You're not Zorro. Putting a cross in a box with pencil as well, they rub it out. They don't like the vote. They rub it out and they go, oh, no, you voted Conservative. You can't hold them accountable. You can't hold any of them accountable. They're the untouchables. They're the untouchables. But you should always be able to hold your public servants accountable. You as community should be able to go to them surgeons and say, we don't know what you're doing. You've got 2 weeks. Next time we come back, you're out. And you ain't coming back in. We're going to put someone in that's got integrity, honour, all this and stuff. Now, people out there at the minute talking about the economy is going to go tits up. It is going to go. I want to hear politicians and people talking about morals and honour and decency and protecting the kids and protecting lives more than I want to hear them talking about money. I want to see a parliament that don't talk about money, that don't talk about contracts, that don't talk about big business. I want parliament to be the building it was designed to be, and that is morals, good law, protecting life. Remember, it's called the Commons for the reason is it's supposed to serve the commoners, the normal everyday people that are going out serving bacon and egg baps in the morning, freezing cold, trying to make a living. They're the people in the Commons that they're supposed to present. They don't. They're all champagne socialists now. All champagne socialists. Keir Starmer, a lot of them, they're all champagne socialists. While you're losing your houses and you're going without and they're kicking you out on the street and they're nicking your houses for not paying the council tax, these mother truckers are eating caviar and drinking the latest carvers and all the good stuff. They're getting it delivered hand upon hand upon hand upon hand. Because why? Because they can. Because they're raping you all. They're raping you. You should be able to make the laws of your country. You should. No one in government should just be able to override you, kick you in the bits, and say your contribution to this world is not valuable. And they should never be able to say, just shut up, keep paying your taxes, and crack on. You're living in tyranny at that point, right? So laws should take ages. Dave, the session is breaking up. My connection is unstable. Let's see if it comes back on. Yeah, I seem to have lost my connection. They should serve us. Yes, they should serve us. Sorry, we just had a little freeze up there. Just waiting for the feed to come back on. Those that watch this on replay, it won't freeze up. It will just continue. It's quite clever, actually. The sad part is where I live, the internet is terrible. And my friend down the road suffers with it. They've had everybody in there and they can't make it no better. So it's just, I'm stuck with what I've got. So, but I'll make do. I don't live in any town or big city. I live out in the country, very rural. I'm out with the cockerels and the horses and the larks, a bit Darling, Buds and May. That's where I live. I live in the heart of Kent, the Weald of Kent. That's where I live. Beautiful time of year as well. The trees are just about to start dropping. It's very, we're not, it's going to turn in it November, December. It's a beautiful day today. It's really sunny. It's quite nice and warm out. Hence, I got a t-shirt on. But we need to get back to some decency. If they pass a law tomorrow, between 650 of them, that born today without their blue eyes, we're going to terminate them at birth. Trust me when I say there's plenty of order followers in this country within the police and National Health Service that would see that through. They would absolutely see that through. They'd have no problem with it. Lost me connection. Yeah. We're back again. Spare the rod, spoil the child, lack of conscience and ignorant, stupid, arrogant, greedy, due reward their thought, work and deeds, detrimental to the spiritual and temporal well-being, welfare of all. Well, all their laws are started with my Lord spiritual and temporal. Who's passing this stuff? Whoever in Parliament said to the coppers, go out and beat them to within an inch of their life. Go out and do it. Whoever said that? Whoever said, just beat the Jesus out of them? Who? What individuals is it that sit in these buildings that they should hold life as the most valuable thing here? We're the value. Money's not a value. Profit is not a value. We, the souls, we're valuable. That without us, none of this stuff works. My neighbour's drilling. Hope it ain't his wife's teeth out. Never know, do you? So yeah, you know, laws should take a long time to deliberate over, to be sent out to all the people. You, every single one of you that tune in, all your friends, your families, those that are adults, should all have the choice to say, yes, we're going to pass that law because it's good law. Not just 650 MPs locked up in their own catechisms now with steel gates with men with machine guns just passing all this stuff willy-nilly. Because whilst they're passing it all willy-nilly, we're all paying the price. We're all being bashed around here. They're very deceitful in their contracts. None of them tell you when you sign a driver license that you might be dragged out your car and bashed up and murdered in a cell. They don't never tell you that when you're passing your test and you're so excited. I get the emotion. I've been there. They don't never say, oh, if you don't do what we say, spray you, cuff you, anal beads, throw you in the cells. You're going to be going, oh, hang on. Whew. Might not sign that. You would, wouldn't you? If you was given the full verified facts by that driving examiner, yeah, and they give away nuggets. One said to my friend, congratulations, you've passed your test. You've now got your license. Now your job is to make sure that you don't get it taken away from you. Because it's a privilege. Man's giving you a privilege. Now, we should never, ever give anyone a privilege. We should educate them, teach them to drive, teach them how to use the road, yes. But to entrap them in contracts they don't know about, that's deceitful. That is uber deceitful. I don't do it in my operations. Don't do it at all. When I'm out there working around the field doing bathrooms and boilers and radiators and all that stuff, I don't never say to someone, oh, by the way, I'm going to put you a £30,000 radiator in and then go and put one for 500 quid in and they still pay me. No, I don't, because I don't do fraud in my contracts. I really don't. But it's dodging the bullet. You're just dodging the bullet of this corporate government. Oh, we're going to take your license off you. Sweet. You can't use the roads now. Hang on a minute. Is that not my inheritance? Did I not inherit that when I come onto this planet? Were the roads not mine? Did I not inherit them with everybody else? Are we not all equal here? Who's my master? Who's this big Lord Master reigning over me? Please, I need to see him. I need to tell him what's on my mind. I need to tell him that he's a CUNT. Tell me if I'm right and wrong, ladies. I mean, look, I'm all up for correction. If you think, nah, Dave, actually this needs to be the way things are, then you tell me. But I don't use deceit. I've never, ever used deceit. I've tried to be honest all my life. I work with my hands, and yet I'm in this system of deception and corruption in a country that I love. It's really tough. It's quite tough. Karen Campbell, I'm still breathing. Durfee, how are you, darling? Neo Scotia, how are you? Karen's in. Karen, how are you, doll? You all right? Superb. Mark Busby's in. Hello, gorgeous. Thanks. Good, Durfee, top dude, knows his stuff. But we're in this system of absolute corruption and deceit, because none of you would do your driving tests, your lessons. My business partner, we do a lot of bathrooms together. His son's just passing his test, right? He's going through it. He's teaching him. He's going to go and have a few lessons. Then he's going to go for his test. He's going to do all these other bits. He's going to get so excited when he passes his test. He's going to go, oh, man, I can use the roads now. My road, I can use them. But the examiner, when he says you've passed, is never going to tell him. You do know, before you sign this piece of paper, before you before you sign this license, you need to know a few facts. Now, the facts are, I've just told you can use the roads. You're competent to drive. You're competent to travel. You know what you're doing now. You've mastered it. Because once you learn that, once you've mastered how to drive on the road, travel on the road, you're not going to forget it. It's like riding a bike, riding an horse. You don't forget this stuff. I'm a keen cyclist. I might not ride a bike for 10 years. I'd get on it tomorrow. I might be a bit rusty for a few seconds or a few minutes or a day or two. But before I know it, I'm back in that saddle. I'm grooving that sucker out. So you don't forget this stuff. But they don't. They entrap you. They entrap you. And it's a case of, if they was to turn around and say to you, right, you've passed this, congratulations. Before you sign, you need to know a few things. Okay, what do I need to know? Well, you need to know that we've got men and women out there with uniform that don't use their brains no more, that potentially could drag you out of that car and kick absolute seven bells at you, taser you, smash the granny out of you, put you in a cell, and we're going to slap you in prison. How's about that? Now, anyone with any rationale and common sense is going to go, give us a minute. Let me just think about this. Because you need to know the verified facts, right? You're going to go, mate, listen, thanks for how to use the roads. Thank you for showing me common sense. I appreciate that download you've given me. But on this particular occasion, I'm not gonna sign that piece of paper, no. They've got no control over you. They get control through the paper system. We're here to expose it. We're in this time period right now where humanity, mankind, whatever you want to call it, is waking up. Dave, what do you believe about Trump being Hitler? I think that's buffoonery. Yeah, nice to see you, John. Love it to see you, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Have you subscribed? Please subscribe. It's up to you. None of my stuff is you've all got the freedom to come and do what you want to do, right? I love freedom. I've always enjoyed freedom. Ever since I was a young kid, I like my freedom. I like to be able to go to the park when I want to go. I like to take my golf clubs around the corner. I like to be able to do this, do that, do that. And it was only when they started taking things off me, like losing your houses, losing court case, I'm thinking, this system reminds me of Monopoly. Like, I'm trying to stay out of jail and everything around me is just disappearing. It's all to do with the throw of the dice and pieces of paper. And it was at that point, I'm like, boom, that's what this system is. This is Monopoly. They're not dealing with real men and women. These courts don't deal with real men and women. They deal with fictions. They deal with pieces of paper. They deal with birth certificates that they created, that you foolishly think is you, and it's not you. And you's plural anyway. You is you. If you're walking down the road and there's 10 people with you and someone shouts out, "Oi, you'll all turn round. Alternatively, you go, what, me? No, that one with the spots on his face and the blue pants around his ear holes. That one. Oh, yeah, what do you want? You've left your car lights on. Oh, sweet, thank you. Use plural. When you go into court, you get anything from the police, it comes through to the legal name, all upper capitalised, yeah? The dead legal fiction. And it says, you were seen at 3:30:35 doing 85 and a 30. You must pay this fine now. You must surrender your licence. You do. So I'm like, oh, who's you? You're right into the legal name. You're right into Fred Blogs. But clearly your letter should say did 36 in a 30, not you, because you's plural. Give the judge the definition of the word in the Oxford Dictionary. Use plural. It's not you, it's semantics. It's all trickery. I don't like this. I don't like living in a country where you're all being tricked and you're all being lied to. There's no honesty in it. There's no decency. There's no longevity in this system. This system will crash at some point. I'm pretty confident. And I want it to crash. I want it to crash. I want a reset. I want us all to be equal again. I'm fed up with this. You own me. Well, what, for a piece of paper? Adolf Hitler was a lefty. The Nazi Party were lefties. weren't right. They weren't far right. Makes me laugh. Conspiracy theorists, whatever it is, tinfoil hat wearers. They're all far right activists. Hoocha. They remind us of them previous fascists that roamed the world in Germany and surrounding areas. Excuse me. But wasn't the National Socialist Party left of politics? Weren't they lefties? Weren't they telling everyone what to do, how to be? Oh, you can't say that. Oh, that's offensive. Ooh. We got laws against that stuff. Huh. Now, big word in England, socialism. Going down the social club and I for a few Britneys. Come on, let's go. I've got to get me pulp scratchings. Socialism can be a good thing if it's done with the right intention. Socialism can be a good thing if everyone is for everyone's betterment. It's a great thing. When it's used in skullduggery, which is what we find ourselves in, then there's a problem, isn't there? And clearly we're seeing this now. You know, if you don't wear a mask outside, there's a £10,000 fine and the police are going to do this and do that and do this. Dave, can you comment on TR slamming Theresa May with Boris 3 years ago? I've met Tommy once, very briefly, had a very short intercourse with him in a meeting of the minds, not that stuff. And yeah, he is what he is. I don't know him well enough to comment on that. You know, for me, it's if I've met someone personally and someone I don't know. There are some really great friends that are standing up and wanting to make a change. There really are. And I just care for my country. I just care for the people. I know that I'm equal with you guys. I know that we all have the same bodily functions. We mainly have the same kind of aspirations, and the aspirations are just to get through life and dodge that corporate bullet. But we have a corporate government. We have a corporate government that operates in the dead, and it deals in business, money, business, money, business, money, business, money. That's it. That's all they pass through Parliament, business and money. It's all about the profit. It's all about making that buck. It's all about putting their hands in your pocket. Pay your tax, pay your road tax, pay your income tax, pay your council tax. Well, Sheppy, what's about left with at the end of the year? Pretty much fuck all. I said no to all this. I said, no, I'm not having this no more. Man, God put me here to be man. You know, I'm unequal with everyone else. I'm not no one's bitch. I'm no one's lackey. I'm not disrespectful to people. But I know that we're in a foobarred situation. And unless we decide to do something about it, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. We're seeing it now. Can't go around your friend's house for Christmas, no more than 6 in a bubble. There's a woman up north, I've just seen a video, Carl Verner's just said it, she's 83. It's on the BBC. She said, they can all sod off. She said, I'm not doing none of this stuff. She said, they're taking away our freedoms. I'm like, the BBC have let this air out across their national TV. This is just unprecedented. When normally they go, cut, no, we can't, no, let's not going out live. Because the BBC's got a narrative. It has to have this agenda. It has to be controlled. It has to be, there's no truth. It's no earthy. It's not organic. It's not raw. It's just, but people are coming away from that now. Everyday normal people don't want that stuff no. They want truth. They want honesty. They want decency. They want respect. They want all the good stuff that we used to have. They want people that are going to stand up for them and represent them, that's actually going to fight for their lives and protect them. Isn't that what you want? Wouldn't you not want 650 MPs in this country that would fight for your rights? Would you not? If I was an MP locally, I'd be fighting for your rights 24 hours a day. I would not sleep until I secured your God-given rights, your rights to property, to freedom, to liberty, to live privately. I wouldn't stop. No one would stop me. No one. No one would get in my way. I would secure your rights, your liberties and your freedoms. And so would Daddy Dragon. Graham Moore would secure your rights, your liberties and your freedoms. So would Robin Tilbrook. And so would all the people of the English Democrat Party, who have now got over 65,000 members and growing all the time. unless you want to take part in this modern day book burning communistic system, which most people now can see is FUBARD. Oh no, Middle England Conservatives, people in big houses are all going, just what the hell is going on? Why is this happening? Should England be for whites only? Not a chance. I want an English parliament that would limit the numbers. Yeah, no. Should England be for whites only? Not a chance, mate. No. I'm certainly not racist. I'm a realist. I don't see colour. I don't see people's skin colour. I see who the individual is. I see the metal in the individual. Someone's either a nice individual or they're a bad individual or middle of the road. It's not about skin colour. You ever slept with a black girl? Personal. Some questions I don't have to answer. Mr. Smith, English Democrats are fighting for English rights, including the rights to bear arms in self-defence. We all have the right to bear arms. The government said you can't have handguns. Really? When did you make them rules up? When did you pass them laws? When your dictatorial parliament? Yeah, it's completely dictatorial. Well, when no one's got any arms and no one to protect themselves, like cutting the antlers off of a gazelle. When the lion's chasing it, at least it can turn around and have a little go with the antlers before it croaks it. But oh no, cut the antlers off, doesn't it? Bosh, it's got no chance. The British establishment is a cancer. And it's not a benign cancer either. It is evil. It's now denying you can't have an operation for cancer. Any black men? Not that I know of, John. John, listen, I'm going to say this for the record, bruv. If you're in here just to cause a little bit of a, I will block you. So it's up to you. Carry on. Durf stated you was into black. Yeah. Hang on. Let me just deal with John. Right. John is in. You always get this, don't you? Every now and again. John Felton was timed out for 300 seconds. Let me just go to. Let me see if I can block him. Participants. John Felton. 2 seconds. No, I can't block him from this. I'll have to do him from my channel, but I'll deal with that after. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. You always get one like that. Maybe his cousins are his parents are cousins. I don't know. I just removed him, Dave. Thank you, Durf. So he's obviously a player hater. He obviously likes to play and hate, doesn't he? There's some crazies in this country, people. Taxi for John. Yes, taxi for one, John. You're off. You're off. I need to block him. Let me... I don't know how to block him from here. Anyway, I'll do it later. His messages have gone, Davey. Thank you, Fiona. Got some great moderators in here, by the way. I didn't have a problem with him. Durf, can you time him out? Do you have that facility on your thing to time him out for 300 seconds, which is, it's quite a long time. If you do, that's brilliant. If you can, if not, I'll just keep timing him out every time I see him. I didn't have a problem with immigration, but the Calgary plan means end of my homies in the bigger picture. They've carved this country up. I mean, no one really knows their neighbours anymore. We're all alienated, isolated. It's disgusting. Did you see the CNN reporter with his chopper out on a Zoom meet and crack one off? Did he now? Woo! Bosh, everyone just block him in the chat. Yeah, yes, I can, and I can remove him from the room. Please do. Please do. And I hope you have. Thank you, Durf. That is what I have done. Boom! Thank you, Durf. So he's blocked. He can't watch this video no more, I do believe. And when I come off this channel, I'll find his profile and block him anyway. Yeah, stupid questions, John. Stupid questions. Obviously got nothing better to do with his time. But there you go. So laws should take a long time to go through. Laws should be something that you actively take a part in. Your vote matters. You should be able to say, yes, I'm going to pass that law, or no, I don't like it, I'm not going to do it. And that as a collective in your community, you're going to get the majority and the ones that, so yeah, if you get a majority vote, bosh, that then becomes law. But this process takes a long, long, long time. Laws just should not be able to pass in a matter of weeks, couple of weeks. Look at the Brexit thing. I use this as a fine example of dictatorship and politicians that really detest you as people. They hate you. If the Brexit vote in 2016 seems like a lifetime away, but it goes really quick, doesn't it? Because we're now in 2020, the year of double vision. If that Brexit vote had gone for, yay, we're in the European Union, we're in forever, we're not going nowhere, I guarantee you that would have been locked down through statute within a 2-week period, and it would never have been mentioned again. Never. It would have been done and dusted so quickly. Would have been finito. Don't mention Brexit again, people. We've done it. We're locked into Europe forever. We've taken your consideration and your wishes on board. We know that you lot are sovereign, and we know that we're sovereign through you, through trust. So we're in the European Union forever. It's all done and dusted. We've crossed the I's, done the T's. We're in it forever. No need to mention it no more. Have a nice life and crack on. It would have been done within 2 weeks, maybe less. 4 years. 4 years down the line since wet-faced, mackerel-faced Cameron went, "You're not voting against me." So confident, wasn't he? Oh, we'll have a Brexit vote. Come on, Farage. Bring your army. Well, and then when it went against him, David Cameron looked physically dishevelled. He looked like he was going to, well, just pass out. He looked whiter than white. And he went, "So you've all voted to leave, eh?" Whew. He knocked the socks off him in his missus act. I mean, it affected them so bad he had to leave his kids at a pub and drive home. I wonder if he got social services round. David Cameron, yeah. Mate, listen, touchy subject. We understand you've left your kid at the pub, yeah? Well, yeah. Have you been done for drink driving? You got any issues, mental health issues? You got any mental health issues? Have you got any? Well, I'm the Prime Minister of this country. Oh, you have then. So listen, we need to come and have a chat, Dave. When's convenient? When's convenient? Well, what do you need to chat to me? Well, you've left your kid at a pub. You've just run away and left your child there. Oh, no, it don't matter. I'm the Prime Minister. You just have a nice day. Don't call me again. Can you see that happening to someone that lived in a council flat, had gone out for a nice bit of lunch with their partner and just forgot to take their child with them? Who forgets to take their child? You'd have had social services around. The police would have been kicking your door in. They'd have been lassoing you up, tasering your testicles, nicking your kid. Your kid would be in care. But it's one rule for them, one rule for the other, right? It's wicked, man. When you look at it, it is a wicked system. Against them, they wasn't expecting you lot to say, "Nah, mate, we're not having that." And still, 4 years on, 4 years on, still no different, still part of the European Union, and this withdrawal thing that they're doing locks you into Europe. You really need to go and have a look at that. He used his disabled child as a leverage to get them. He did, Neo Scotia. He did. Frank Donald got me nervous. Hello, Frankie. They stormed Dave's house the other day. They did. Yeah, the police was here. Yeah, he Linford Christie turned up. He jumped the fence. He jumped my 5-bar gate. I'll show you what he jumped. He jumped that gate. He jumped that 5-bar gate there. Can you see it? He jumped that next to my van. He jumped that gate. He come flying in. And I went, "What are you doing stood in my fucking house?" Because I can. Look at me. I've got weapons, mace spray, tasers. Luckily, he didn't have a fucking sidearm on him. And all he kept saying was, "They've got a warrant." So if it ain't signed, Constable, the law says it has to be signed. No, crack on. I had a tyrant stood in my house. But I said to him, "Ain't mine." He said, "You've got a lovely house. Look at all this." I said, "Ain't mine." He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Ain't mine. Can't be." He said, "Well, what do you mean?" I said, the way you just leapt the gate, the way you're swanning round here. I said, must be yours, right? Well, no. I said, well, what the fuck are you doing here? Because I didn't invite you. I got a warrant. I said, that must be yours. I'm just a bystander in my own house. I've got no rights. He didn't know what to do, really. He didn't really know what to say. We don't own property. We have no rights to property. We just get usages. That's why they come and take our stuff away. That's why they come and jump our gates without any remorse or care or no due process of law. Trespasser. The man was a trespasser. He jumped a locked gate. That's trespassing. If he had a warrant, it was still a civil matter. Trespassing. David, you know quite a bit. I would love an area that is sovereign, that a good couple of 300 of us could go to and just set up and build our own stuff. And let me tell you, we would build greatness. We would build something that is beautiful. No one would own anybody else. How's about that? Wouldn't that be lovely? Anyway, people, I'm going to get going. I've got to go and do stuff. Thanks, Durf, for John. My internet is atrocious. Yes, it's absolutely terrible. It's better of a night time. It is better of a night time. Any council that violates the Constitution is no longer lawful authority and cease to be accountable. Absolutely right. Frank Donald, what about owning slaves if you pay? We are slaves. We're corporate slaves. But the clever part about this slavery is we've not seen it coming. We've not seen it coming. Anyway, peeps, I've got to go. I've got stuff to do. People, I love you as always. Please consider subscribing, liking, sharing. England needs to come back to the good stuff. We will. Trust me, we're making this happen. We're not waiting. We're going to make this happen. I love you all. Take time.